It's going to dump rain during this game. It's going to be it's projected to really rain hard. How do you think that's going to it's like a 98% chance of raining in Santa Clara on Saturday. 98.
Oh God, yeah, it's 1,000% gonna rain. You know, it's about around here when it's like when the day is sandwiched between 2 rain days, Friday and Sunday. That day's definitely gonna get hit because it could be hit or miss. Yeah, it's definitely gonna impact it because we haven't seen Purdy play in any type of moisture weather.
Yeah,
that's definitely gonna help. That's gonna help Seattle more than it's gonna help 49ers, and that's where it's gonna have to probably come down to the good old running game of the 49ers. So thank God you got Elijah Mitchell back. You got Jordan Mason is actually proven, which I doubt we'll see him in this game. Maybe we'll get like a carry to if that. But yeah, I think that's where it's going to be. You don't really want to put too much on this table. I can see Kyle probably going towards Purdy like later, like maybe like he won't start to hit him until like the late first quarter, early second quarter, when it's like, okay, we got some running game. The Seattle's probably stopping a little bit. Let's try to keep him a little off balance with some Purdy throws, see what he can do. But I think this is going to be like another like 20th pass attempt Purdy game, or I guess 49ers quarterback game, because we've seen this a lot with Jimmy. I think that's also where we're going to stem from, because Seattle has I think they might have, this is going to be more closer towards their game with the rain. That's because it rains all the time in Seattle. They haven't had too much of that this year, but it's just more catered to them now, because they defend the pass. I don't think they're too great. Defend the run, at least now with the rain, I think it's just going to benefit them more.
That's true. I mean, you have, if they're worried about stopping the Niners pass game, maybe this makes it easier to just focus on the run game and
a little more one-dimensional.
Yeah, they can just load the box and dare the Niners to throw, and maybe Kyle won't want to throw in the rain. It's a good point that the Seahawks are a rain team. They're accustomed to this. They play in it. I do think it could increase variance. Like if this game comes down to the end, maybe this increases turnovers. Maybe there's more fumbles because of this, and all of a sudden, like the best team doesn't necessarily win. That's what I think. In a game where there's extreme rain, the best team doesn't necessarily win. Mm-hmm. It could be a weird game, so that's not necessarily what the Niners want.
Bears.
We were thinking, though, like if to beat the Niners, you got to go deep, and maybe this makes it tougher depending on how hard it's raining to actually complete a pass down the field. That being said, I remember last year there was a really rainy game against the Colts. Carson Wentz just threw the ball deep, and they got a bunch of pass interference calls.
That was a dome team.
Yeah. So maybe you could still take shots against the Niners and just hope that Deommodore Lenoir, freaks out, because it doesn't look like he's going to develop ball skills in the next week.
Yeah, no, he's probably not. He's always in a good position. He's like a deer in the headlights. It's the ball. It's like ball. What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah,
that's pretty much him. I think another thing, Pete Carroll gets his team up ready for almost any type of game, any type of condition too. I think that's the one thing he might have an edge over Shanahan, not in terms of like maybe like game planning, but in terms of like getting his team ready for whatever conditions out there. I think he's probably like one of the best coaches at that. Almost like a Mike Tomlin. Like it's like doesn't matter if it's rain, snow, lava, whatever. I'm gonna get my team up and ready. We're gonna figure it out. So I think they got that going for them, not just because like they're an area known to play in the rain, because again they haven't had many home games where they played in the rain game, but still that's pretty much their conditioning that they're used to with experience.
I just wonder who Kyle trusts with the ball in the rain in a playoff game. Jordan Mason? I don't know. He's probably not going to get the ball. Like one thing that's nice is Elijah Mitchell. They'll trust him. He's never fumbled, even going back to college. So that might be their security blanket. Just give the ball to Elijah Mitchell over and over and over again.